Hi everyone, welcome to Make a Move with Jess. I'm a registered kinesiologist, and today we're going to do a cool down and a stretch. So you can watch this video anytime after you finish a workout. So we always want to cool down and stretch out our muscles that we are working during our workout. So today I'm going to be doing this entire cool down and stretch seated. There's a lot of great stretches that we can do while we're sitting in a chair that allow us to be a little bit more stable and balanced rather than trying to stand and do certain stretches. So whenever you're ready, make sure you have on some comfortable, flexible clothing and ensure that you have a sturdy chair, preferably with a back on it. Alright, so let's start sitting up nice and tall, a nice tall spine in the center of your chair, and your feet nice and flat on the floor. Let's take 4 deep inhales. You can use your arms if that's comfortable. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Good. Let's take those shoulders in a nice roll backwards, really moving that entire joint. You might want to use the elbows as well. Couple more here. And let's slowly roll them forward. Good, last couple here. And let's open up that chest, big wide arms. You can have a little arch in your back, in your lower back if that's comfortable. Holding it here, inhaling. And exhale, bring those arms together. I'm gonna curve my spine forward and pretend like I'm hugging a big tree and separating my shoulder blades. Holding it here. And again, open up wide. Inhale. Stretching out that chest, and exhale, push it forward. Good, let's bring those hands on the thighs and slowly roll up. You can bring one arm to the side of your chair and grab onto the side or place it on the side. And we're gonna think of our spine lifting up nice and tall. Arm comes up and over, very slightly tilting to one side, ensuring that our spine is still nice and tall. We wanna feel a nice stretch in our side here. If this is ever uncomfortable or causes shoulder pain, you can always bring that reach down a little bit lower, or you can even support that arm. And nice and slow, exhale, bring that arm down. Let's try the other side. Lift up nice and tall with that spine. Little stretch over to the side, supporting yourself with that arm if you need. And exhale, bringing it down. Good, let's roll at those wrists. If you're ever doing a workout that involves weights and we're holding on to our weights a lot, sometimes the forearms and the wrists can get a little bit tight. So it's nice to roll out those wrists, stretch out the forearms. So we're gonna bring those fingertips up to the ceiling, palms forward. And we're gonna bring those fingertips down to the floor. And one more time, up. And down. Good. On one side, you can lightly pull for a nice little forearm stretch, just very lightly pulling up on those fingers and the palm. And then bringing that same side, those fingers down, very lightly, adding some overpressure to have a little bit of a stretch in our forearm. Good, let's roll that out a couple more times and let's do the other arm. So palms up, fingers up to the ceiling, light little stretch here. And fingers down. And let's roll that out a few times. Excellent. We're gonna make sure our feet are nice and flat on the floor. And we're up nice and tall. You can space out your feet very slightly. We're gonna start with tucking the chin down into our chest, and we're just gonna roll down towards our knees or maybe the ankles. You can lead with your hands down your legs and let that neck relax down If this isn't comfortable to come all the way down to your ankles, you can just be here at your knees and resting the forearms on the thighs. Letting that neck hang. And nice and slow, we're gonna roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, and the head comes up last. Good, let's do that one more time. So slowly tucking the chin, rolling down just to as far as you are comfortable. Let the neck hang. And then slowly rolling up and letting that head come up last. Excellent. We're gonna bring one arm over across our chest, and we're just gonna lightly tuck that arm closer to our chest to feel a little bit of a stretch in that shoulder. Only doing this if this feels comfortable for you. You can give those fingers a little wiggle. And that same arm is going to pat ourselves on the back. You might feel a little stretch here in the triceps, but if you want a little bit of overpressure, you can push that elbow up slightly. Trying to relax those shoulders and slowly coming down. Let's do the other arm across first, tucking that into our chest, wiggling those fingers. And nice and slow coming and patting ourselves on the back, and if you want to add a little bit more of a stretch, pushing that elbow. And slowly coming down. Good. Give those arms and those shoulders a little shake. Good. So we can hold on to the sides of our chair, or you can have your hands on your thighs. We're going to do a nice slow circle with our upper body, slowly coming to one side and dipping down and slowly coming up the other side. So we're just loosening up the lower back a little bit here, the hips. Nice and slow, inhaling and exhaling. Good, up nice and tall, and let's switch directions. One more here. And up, nice and tall. Excellent. Let's bring one arm either right behind you on the chair, or if it's comfortable, you can rest your arm on the back of your chair. And we're just gonna think of having a really, really tall spine, and we're gonna look over that shoulder. Opposite arm can come to the opposite knee, and just looking as far as you are comfortable. A little twist here. Keeping that back very, very tall. And slowly twisting back to the front. We're gonna do the other side. Opposite arm comes to opposite knee. Resting that other arm across the chair if that's comfortable, and looking over the shoulder. And slowly coming back to the center. Excellent job. We're gonna move a little bit to our lower body here. We're gonna just lift one knee up. You can either grab underneath your knee or in front, whatever's more comfortable for you. We're just bringing that knee close to our chest, and we're gonna roll out our ankle here in a big circle. Trying to keep the back up nice and tall, trying not to relax forward. Good posture here. And let's switch the direction of that ankle roll. Give me a couple points and flexes with that ankle and those toes. I can hear some cracking in my ankle. And slowly coming down. Let's do the other side. So grabbing either underneath the knee or on top, whatever is a little more comfortable for you, and rolling that ankle. And switching direction. And give me some points and flexes with those ankles and those toes. And slowly coming down. Excellent. We're gonna shift a little bit forward towards the edge of our chair. And we're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna place one heel forward with our toes up towards the ceiling. Now it's really important to keep our supporting leg flat on the floor. And we can either keep our hands by our sides or holding onto the chair. And it's very important to have a nice flat back. As we fold forward, we want to reach for that toe if that's comfortable for you. And we want to feel a stretch down the back of our leg that is straightened in our hamstrings. You can have a very light bend in that knee. And we're just reaching towards that toe, trying to avoid having a curve in our back. You're going to feel this stretch a lot better if you have a nice flat chest and back going forward. Holding it here. We never want to push a stretch too far. We just want to feel a very slight tension and a nice stretch there. Slowly rolling up. And again, stretching towards that toe, supporting yourself on your other thigh or holding onto the chair. And slowly rolling up. Excellent job. Let's go to the other side. So other foot is flat on the floor, other knee is extended, and heel is on the floor with our toes up, supporting ourselves with the chair or on our thighs, slowly rolling forward with a nice flat back, flat chest is up, and holding that stretch there. Again, remember you can have a slight bend in that knee. And slowly rolling up, we're gonna go for that stretch a second time. Nice flat back as we reach forward. And slowly rolling up. Good. Bring those feet nice and flat. We're gonna walk our toes and our heels out until our legs are nice and wide. We're gonna lightly push on those knees out to stretch our inner thighs. Give me a couple deep breaths here. And slowly walking those feet back in. Excellent. So we're gonna cross one ankle either over the other ankle and lightly press out on those knees, or if you have the mobility, you can bring one leg up and over so that ankle is crossed on the other knee. But make sure you don't force this stretch if this is uncomfortable. You can keep it down here at the ankles if you need to. If you are up here, you can lightly press down on that knee with a nice tall spine. If you need to feel a little bit more of a stretch, if you'd like, you can have a very slight lean forward, and you're gonna feel that stretch in that hip or maybe even into the glutes there. And slowly coming down or uncrossing the ankles. Let's try the other side, either here or across the knee. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. This is definitely a tighter side for me. Just feeling that hip opening up. And slowly bringing that down. Excellent. All right, last little stretch here. We're gonna interlace those fingers if that's comfortable for you, and pressing those arms forward. You can have a little bend in your spine forward. And then we're gonna inhale, lifting those arms to where they're comfortable. It doesn't have to be perfectly above your head or straight. Trying to relax those shoulders down, and we're gonna let go of those hands and exhale all the way down. Good. Let's do that one more time. Push it forward. Inhale. And exhale. Great job, guys. I hope you enjoyed that stretch and seated cool down. Make sure you stretch after each workout, after working your muscles, and make sure that you're always warm before stretching and doing a cool down. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to keep up to date with more videos that I post, I will be posting more workout videos, more stretching videos like this. So make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and you hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified every time I post a video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.